Good morning from the Vientiane railway station. This morning we're gonna head to Luang Prabang from Vientiane and we're taking the train. This is the Laos China Railway, which they just built a couple years ago, and the train system is exactly the same with what they have in China. So far the process has been really smooth. You just need to show the QR code of the ticket that you purchased beforehand. So I would highly recommend to get the ticket at least a couple days before your departure, because sometimes the ticket can get sold out pretty quickly. But you just need to show your QR code and your passport and then you're good to go. We're boarding soon. It's pretty on time. Our train will depart by 9:50 and it's currently 9:25. So we should arrive in Luang Prabang in around 2 hours 30 minutes. This really cut down the time, the travel time if you are traveling by bus, which I heard can take up to 12 hours. We finally made it here. It is busy. There's tons of taxi that you can take. It's quite a lot of cars. So you can get a taxi here once you arrive, but we have arranged a pickup from the hotel. Bye. I think I do need to give you guys a room tour because this hotel looks so amazing. And when the staff was showing us around, he mentioned that this used to be the place where the prince used to live. So not every day we can stay in a place or see the place where the Prince of Laos used to live, but this is one of the building. And if you come in, so over here we have the bedroom and they have the mosquito net, which I haven't seen for a while. It's a very, I would say old school. You can see a lot of Chinese influence with the design and the interior. But one of my favorite part is we have our own private balcony. How nice is that? You can just chill here. We are walking to the Mekong riverside and gonna grab some small bites or see what they have there. It is very easy to walk around here because it's very quiet. There's not a lot of cars or bike, but the heat can get pretty intense sometimes. Luang Prabang feels super peaceful. The pace of life here is super slow, and the houses in this area is super unique. It's kind of like a blend of old Laos architecture and also French colonial. They have a lot of Western menu and also some local menu. The food option just looks really good. This place is super pretty. It looks super tropical, like a treehouse vibe, and we got a beautiful view of the Mekong River right in front of us. It's also only 5 minutes away from the hotel, so we just walk here, and I think this is a perfect spot for sunset. We are going to check out the night market here. So the night market is located at the Old Town area, or I think they call it the Old Quarter here in Luang Prabang. So they have food court here. Tons of different type of food to choose from. I do like the fact that they have tons of options, and it's also like not hectic at all. This is probably one of the most quiet night market I've ever been to. It's pretty chill though, but most of the time they're selling like a lot of traditional clothes. I see a lot of elephant pants here as well, and a lot of souvenir. I heard this is like the traditional clothes here in Laos. A little change of the plan, it suddenly started pouring and the locals just started like packing their stuff. So I'm not sure if they're just gonna close because it's only 6:30 p.m. and the market opens around 5 p.m. So yeah, unfortunately they have to pack up. I'm not sure if they're gonna close the market early when it's raining. But if you go straight from the night market, there's actually a really good street, a really nice street with tons of like cafes and restaurants. This is the main street, and here you can see a lot of French colonial type of buildings. So hopefully we're gonna try and come during the daytime, maybe on our last days, so we can get a better look of how it actually looks like. Nam Luang.
Yeah, and this is quite spicy.
Okay.
The homemade here. Still on here. Some lamb press on, then you would pour on top.
Okay, khop thai. Croissant for breakfast. The croissant here is super good. Oh my god. Good morning. I woke up early this morning because we have a pretty jam-packed day. Today we're gonna go to Guangxi Waterfall. If you looked up Luang Prabang, I think Guangxi Waterfall is the first thing that's gonna pop up. I heard it's one of the most beautiful waterfall here in Southeast Asia. It's actually a little bit further away from the town, so you do need to get on a car. You can book it with a travel tour, or you can also just go to the old quarter and look for taxi. But I feel like with a UNESCO heritage site like Luang Prabang and going to Guangxi Waterfall, I do want to learn more about the history and the story that goes behind it. So I did book a tour with one of the local travel tour here. So we're going to hike to Guangxi Waterfall. But yeah, I'll let you know how the tour goes. Thank you. Yeah, the traditional one.
You use only the rainy season.
This is a pretty good hike so far. You get to see like the village where the Hmong people live, and you can see their day-to-day life instead of like a performance, you know. So we saw the schools, we saw some of the farm, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's been like a really nice hike. I think the only thing you need to keep in mind if you want to do a hike here is just make sure it's not the rainy season, because some of the paths can get a little bit muddy, so a little bit harder to walk on. It's the entire cow's family. We finally made it to the top of Guangxi waterfall. So on the top of the waterfall here, there's actually a place where you can swim, and there's not a lot of people here, so it's pretty nice. But yeah, maybe we're gonna take a dip after a long hike. This sounds super good. The water actually feels super refreshing, and there's not a lot of people here. They also have those tiny fishes that will like peck on your feet. Alright, so we made it to the main level. This is the beautiful Guangxi waterfall. I'm actually really glad that we checked out the top level because this part is very touristy, and for the obvious reason though, like you obviously need to come here and see the waterfall. It's very beautiful, but if you want a more private thing, a more private space, definitely go up to the top. So now we're gonna take some lunch break, so you can also find a restaurant here. I hope you guys can hear me because on the background we have the waterfall. It's pretty nice to have the restaurant here, like it's beautiful. So this is the restaurant, and we found something super funny here with the menu. Pork or chicken beef burger. Pad Thai? Pad Lao? No, Pad Thai. And some tam, but they called it tam som here in Laos, and usually people eat it with sticky rice.
For you guys, this is not spicy. What that?
Good morning, it's the last morning here in Luang Prabang, so I decided to just bike around because the hotel actually provided bikes that you can use to go around the town, so that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, it will be interesting to see how the town looks like in the morning. So this is the end of the street. I was just like biking around from that way to here. And by the end, it's the river view. The ambience here is so different day and night. It's mostly like cafes, restaurants, but most of them are not open yet. Scrolling around the old quarter is definitely like something that I would highly recommend to do. It is actually very hot here, so I'm gonna look for a cafe. Actually, across the street is a cafe that one of the hotel staff recommended, so I'm gonna check it out.